To our Parents Holy Community, Oceania Hundoke. Today we have Reverend Santosh Neupane presenting on this Saturday, the 2nd of August 2025, or the 9th of June in the 13th year of Chongal Group. Thank you all for coming, and let's begin with a bow to our true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind, Chandi Champuninge, Kambe, Paro. And let's recite our family pledge, both in Korean and English.
하전맨세 5. 전일극주인 우리 가족은 참 사랑을 중심하고 매일 주체적 전산세계와 대산적 지산세계의 통일을 향해 전진적 발전을 촉진할 것을 맹세하나이다.
Family pledge number 5. Our family, the owner of Chongal Group, pledges to strive every day to advance the unification of the spirit world and the physical world as subject and object partners by centering on true love.
Thank you, and I'd like to share once again our Father's prayer at the True Parents' Holy Wedding. With earnestness piercing and flowing from our hearts, we are aware that this is a time when this echoing, beating pulse and this one streak of the movement of blood and flesh felt in our hearts can replace the original heart. Heavenly Parent, as you brought about this one day that you sought over and over again for 6,000 years, we thank you for bringing about this day in history and for allowing your daughter to be able to set up the new course of a mother in front of the cosmos. I express my gratitude as this is a time, being a victorious day today, through which you have appeared in front of all things that have perfected their heavenly nature in the universe that you created, and that this time is one through which you have been able to claim victory for the first time in front of the satanic world by being equipped with a condition for liberation by finding this one day. I know that now is a time through which we can claim victory and Satan carries the sorrow of defeat, a time when our lives and satanic people's lives will be transposed. O heaven, please raise the banner of victory. O earth, please offer joy in return to the heavenly parent. Glory, glory, unending glory. I know that this hour is one in which heaven and earth come together in joy. May all the descendants and the entire universe delight in this joyful time for eternity. Heavenly Parent, even if we are to die, allow us to march on toward the satanic world and invest our heart and soul in establishing your children as heroes within restoration as soon as possible, and to make this pledge to you. Please accept your daughter who has been established today, crown her with a laurel of victory, and allow her to become a daughter that can cut off all your sorrow and resentment. May the time ahead of us, as of this day, become one of victorious glory alone, and I sincerely hope that you are always present within the lives of all members. I pray this under the name of the person you have sent, Archie. Thank you, and let's give a warm welcome to Reverend Santosh as he shares this morning.
Good morning, dear brothers and sisters. Today is Saturday. I'm here to share Hunduke for today. Reverend Taka is on the way to Sydney. I'm not sure if he landed or not, but within 2-3 hours after he lands, and he's again traveling to Vanuatu. I think he doesn't have time to come to see his family at home. He's immediately traveling to Vanuatu. Tomorrow we have the inauguration of Reverend Man Han Su as the new national leader of Vanuatu. Reverend Stone is already there. We are preparing for some education and many things in Vanuatu. So today, when I was asked that I have to do today's Hunduket, then I was wondering what can be the topic. Then I thought that the speech given by our True Mother, the latest public speech of True Mother. I thought of reading this latest speech of True Mother. I believe everyone must have already read this speech, but I thought of again going through it and discover new aspect of this speech. On June 8th by the heavenly calendar, in the 13th year of Chongilguk, July 2nd, 2025 at 10 a.m., the Heavenly Korea Family Federation Pastoral Couples special audience with true parents of heaven, earth, and humankind was held in the multipurpose hall at Cheonwon-gun. The message given by Holy Mother Han, True Mother, has been edited and translated, and we are sharing it with Family Federation Church and with other providential organizations around the world. Yeah, my Holy Mother Han, what does that mean? The Creator created all things of heaven and earth according to the original image, and finally created a man and woman who could become the ancestors of humanity, and to them God gave a responsibility. God waited for them to advance to the position of perfection during their time of maturation, their period of growth. However, they could not achieve this, and thus today's fallen humanity came to be. The Creator must absolutely see perfection achieved. The fallen order of all things of creation operates automatically through the cycle of the creation, creation principles. But due to the action of the fallen humanity, the natural world is also being damaged. The Creator could not simply abandon fallen humanity. God, therefore, had no choice but to undertake the difficult course of the providence of salvation. Among the many nations, God carried out the history of the providence of salvation through the chosen people of Israel. In the course of God's providence conducted through central figures who were established beginning from the individual level, when the people failed to unite with the central figure and distance themselves from heaven, the people of Israel were taken away as slaves. You know this truth, the history recorded in the Bible. It took not just 100 years, but with passing of century after century, 4,000 years of Jesus Christ, who was conceived by the Holy Spirit to born. However, neither Mary nor Zachariah's family, nor the traditionally faithful, nor the people of Israel understood Jesus' essence. Moreover, they did not know the essence of the Creator. Jesus said, I have much to say to you, but you cannot bear it now. Eventually, their lack of understanding drove Jesus to the cross. Because of this, the chosen people of Israel became a people who had to pay indemnity. We know this through history. Facing death on the cross, Jesus said, I'll come again. Christianity began through the apostles as they waited for Jesus, who had promised to return. However, because they did not understand the reality of the spiritual world, they made many mistakes. Salvation could no longer come solely through the Catholic Church. Therefore, the Reformation occurred, and in 1543, Calvin advanced Christian thought. Jesus definitely said he would come again. He planned that upon his return, he would hold the marriage supper of the Lamb. Then the Christian spirit should be awakened. Before waiting for Messiah who would come again, they should first know where heaven chosen only begotten daughter will appear. However, none of these things happened as intended. The beginning of Protestantism was a movement to freely attend heaven starting from the family. It began through the Puritans who traveled from Europe to America. They were already indigenous people living in North America. But God wanted to quickly save the world through the providence. Therefore, God blessed America, a Protestant nation and democratic country that could fulfill the responsibility. Through America grew oil amid heaven's blessing. It became complex family breakdown, drug problem, youth problem, and selfish arose. Moreover, America was in a situation where it could be taken over by communism. Therefore, less than 10 years after the Holy Wedding in 1960, two parents began the Providence in the United States. 40 years was invested in America, because if this key nation representing democracy and leading the world would attain heaven and become one with two parents, a peaceful world of one family of humankind could be realized and all nations could unite in peace. In 1975, the global witnessing effort began through young members from the US, Europe, and Japan. Even now, though they have grown older, there are members who are still investing in their mission after more than 15 years. Therefore, during the recent Chon On-gun entrance ceremony, their achievements were commended in the name of Holy Mother Han. That was good, wasn't it? There were many members, I think Rebenito is here, who invested from 1975, and he was awarded, he was recognized by two parents, by our beloved Holy Mother Han. True Parents' mission is to create the environment on earth where Heavenly Parents' dream life in the earthly kingdom of heaven can be realized. True Parents' mission is to create the environment on earth where Heavenly Parents' dream life in the earthly kingdom of heaven can be realized. During one of the unofficial talk, Reverend Stone told that recently True Mother emphasized among a few leaders who were in Korea to understand who Holy Mother Han is. Maybe later Reverend Stone can a little bit give reflection on that. He told that Honorable Eknath Dakal, who attended that meeting, told in one of the UPF meeting that please understand who Holy Mother Han is. Holy Mother Han is not only the founder of Unification Church. Holy Mother Han should not be looked at in that state. I think this is the thing what True Mother wanted to say, that Holy Mother Han, who represents True Parents' mission, is to create the environment on earth where Heavenly Parents' dream can be realized. That is the mission of True Parents. That is the mission of Holy Mother Han. True Parents' mission is to create the environment on earth where Heavenly Parents' dream, life in the earthly kingdom of heaven, can be realized. Particularly, this is the life that true children who have come through blessed families should live. I express it this way. It is like single drops of water gathering with others to form a stream, then becoming a river which flows towards the border ocean, creating the environment for the nurturing of many forms of life. Family Federation began through this Korean people, but because it advanced without having a Christian environment, its growth was inevitably slow. Moreover, the one who has the mission of Messiah, the second advent, became the returning Messiah only by meeting the only begotten daughter. Just as heaven brought forth the only begotten Son, Jesus Christ, 2,000 years ago, so too must heaven bring forth the only begotten daughter within a Christian environment. The completion of the providence comes through the only begotten daughter, through Holy Mother Han. We have to understand that Holy Mother Han is the representative of our true parents. I have shown you everything. If there are people who, due to a lack of proper understanding of the providence, remain stuck in Old Testament era, even while witnessing the present day environment, we must teach them. There's a new chapter, True Mother said, Hana doe 하나도에만 미래가 있다고 말해야 합니다. I think the simple translation for this is if you can become one, if we can become one, then future is there. There is future if we become one. You are living in Changilguk era. What is Changilguk? It is a nation. It is a nation where blessed families, sons and daughters who attend the Creator, heavenly parents on earth are living. Then with whom must you become one? You must become one with Holy Mother Han. Do you understand? Now you must boldly state that this people has a future only by becoming one with Holy Mother Han. Ask those in the Christian realm, why did Jesus say he would come again? Ask, why did he say why did he said he would do when he comes again? Ask, how long will you just keep waiting for Jesus' promised return? You cannot enter heaven just by believing in Jesus. Heaven is the place where blessed families that exist due to true parents can enter. This is something that everyone desires. Today's reality from which we can look towards the future is one of the ongoing war, conflict, and religious strife. Until now, religions have emerged centered on man. This is not in alignment with the principle of creation. It is the mother who gives birth to life. Do you understand? You should attain the mother. We must attain not only Heavenly Father, but also Heavenly Mother. You leaders of today must practice this and show it through your action. You will do this, won't you? Shall I trust you on this? Have you made the determination for 2027? Now, True Mother is aiming a new providence in 2027, centered in 2027. After 6,000 years through Holy Mother Han, Chongnil Sanctum was finally offered, a dwelling place, an earth where heavenly parents have entered and can be fully attended. Yet, even now, the environment remains far from adequate. This is why I have long since emphasized the urgent need for witnessing. It cannot be just one person per month. It must be at least one person every day. So True Mother is challenging us. It's not one person 1 month. It must be at least one person every day. The nation must be restored. Only in this way can our people fulfill their responsibility as the chosen people. Only then can this nation become the homeland of the chosen people that is respected and revered by the world. Will you do this? Where will you begin? Will you start from Gapyeong? Will you start from South Gyeongsang province? Will South Jeolla province just observe? Let's all achieve victory today. So, dear brothers and sisters, we'll start from Sydney, we'll start from Australia, we'll start from Oceania. So recently, someone, the international headquarters, asked a goal from each country, and then we are asked that, say, Australia, how many people within next April, before celebrating two parents' holy wedding, how many people will you approach? How many people will you approach in Australia? Reverend John gave the goal of 700. That is what I understand. And then from New Zealand, I think it's 430. Fiji, we gave the goal of 430. I understand Solomon Island gave the goal of 700. So that's the promise we made with True Parents as leaders. So I know if Reverend John will only try that, it might not be easy. But as we unite together, centering our national leader, Reverend John here in Australia, centering on our national leader in New Zealand and in Solomon Island, even though I'm here in Fiji, but I'm working together with Brother Balami, who is also here in this boat in the Hunduke, and Kunio Takashi, Brother Kunio Takashi's couple in Fiji. We are striving to get the goal of 430. So I just want to share this picture. Last night, these three brothers from a package church. I think one of the church where our ambassador for peace, um, Chris and Noah, Reverend Noah, the couple, they are the pastor in their church. I asked them to send their youth to work together with our youth, and they sent. Last night we had a very beautiful gathering where I told them about Peace Road and a project that we are going to do on the 20th of September here in Sydney. I introduced them 5 principles of peace. Three of them came, and then together with our missionary. I just want to share one more. This is the picture together yesterday I shared with them. And recently, I was asked to come and speak to the Tamil Senior Citizen Association. Around 50 Tamil senior citizens were gathered in Starfield. So where I went and I spoke to them about the religious youth service. Tamil, most of them coming from the Sri Lanka, because we have one of the great assets we have in Sri Lanka is religious youth service from 1992 until starting on the 5th of August. There already 18 religious youth service hosted in that country. So I told them about the religious youth service, and I told them where those 18 religious youth service were happened, who were the people engaged in those religious youth service. People were very surprised to see that most of the place where we hosted the religious youth service, they knew, because they are from there, and they knew the people who are involved in the religious youth service, and they promised that they will participate in our upcoming Peace Road. So on 20th of September 2025 on Sunday, starting from 9:30 a.m., we are hosting a Peace Road here in Hombus in Esme Reserve Park. We'll walk to Bicentennial Park and return back to the Esme Reserve Park. There are a few highlights that we are going to have on this day. So we'll have a Peace Road dance. So 120 youth will dance in one song. So now we are registering together with the UPA and Heavenly Top Gun Missionary. We are registering the youth, our second generation youth, and the youth from different community. The Sri Lankan youth have promised to come. The African youth have promised to come, and then we'll be meeting many other youth, and we'll register 120 youth, and 120 youth will be dancing in one song, dancing for peace. Not only that, after the dancing, we'll play Youth Nori together. Not only that, there will be around 10 to 12 ethnical group who will be presenting their culture during that program after we finish our Peace Road. So to achieve the goal that we promised to True Mother, 700 goal that we promised to True Mother, the next thing what we'll be doing soon is exhibition. Father and Mother of Peace exhibition here in Sydney. Exhibition for True Parents' life, teaching, and accomplishment. So we'll have 16 panels during in that exhibition. So centering on Reverend Utaka, Reverend John, Reverend Stone, so and all other leaders, we are preparing these panels. And two brothers from Global Top Gun, Brother Oshiki and Hanfield, they are working to design this panel. The first panel will be an introduction panel. The second panel will be a panel on the True Parents' life. The third panel will be again panel centering True Parents' life. The fourth panel will be True Parents teaching. Fifth will be True Parents teaching. Sixth will be True Parents teaching. And seventh panel will be centered on education, academic, media, sports, and ocean providence. True Parents achievement in this field. The seventh panel will be women. True Parents achievement in the field of women, and the ninth panel will be True Parents achievement in the field of youth. 10th panel will be True Parents victory and victory over communism and reunification of North and South Korea. 11th panel will be centered on interfaith and Christians. 12th will be peace building, head of state, parliamentarian, rally of hope, and everything to do with the head of states area. The 11th panel will be economy, business, philanthropy, and service project that True Parents accomplished. And 14th panel will be about our activity in Oceania, what we've been doing in Oceania, in all the 14 countries of Oceania. The panel on the 15th will be what we'll be doing in Australia, what we are doing, and what is our main focus in Australia. And the panel 16 will be conclusion of the exhibition. So I would like to share a few panels that brothers, they have already finished. Let me show. Okay. So brothers have already finished 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. And I think they are almost finishing others. This is what they uploaded. They uploaded in the Google Drive. I found this and then I'm sharing. But I think they have already finished almost all. So this is panel 1. So it will look like this: the life and legacy of true parents in uh, fulfilling heavenly parents' dream. So this is panel 1. So once they finish all the panels, then one more time, together with all leaders, we'll sit down and we'll edit it. If there is something to be edited, we'll edit it, and then we'll send to all the blessed family for their final comment before we publish. So once we receive the final comment from all the blessed family, then we will make certain change as necessary. We'll make certain change as necessary. We would really need feedback by all our blessed family on these panels that we are working on. This is one panel. So let me share others. This is one panel. This is panel 5. This is let me share this. Okay, this panel is purity, character education, and the blessing movement of true parents. Starting with 1960, brothers have really done very good work. These two brothers are really creative. So we gave them the content and the design in this way. 1960, 1961, they put all the blessing movement and a few wordings and the pictures we got from Chamuon. Very quality pictures here we have. This is the panel 5 that we'll be talking about. You see about the blessing movement, character education, family movement, purity, character education, and the blessing movement. And then let me see the next, the panel 7. Panel 7 will be about to parents' achievement in education, to parents' achievement in the education, academic, media, arts, sports, and ocean providence. We are trying to put as many as things in this panel. This is how it looks. This is how it looks, the 7th panel. Let me share the panel 8. Panel, oh, okay, so this is panel 9. This is panel 9. This is more on the empowering youth leaders, to parents' investment in empowering youth leaders. To parents' investment in empowering youth leader. We'll be talking about the different rallies that two parents have hosted. Huge name is featured here in this. Will feature his work in German. He will feature his work in German, and then UPA Heavenly Top Gun, they are featured in this. We also feature some youth activities. Will feature youth involvement in the Peace Road. Will feature about the Youth Federation. Will feature about the CARP. Will feature about the IAYSP and everything that True Parents has empowered. Panel 8. Sorry. Okay, panel 8 is about women as peace. Will be featuring a lot of work done by True Mother in the early days. Especially in this panel, there will be a lot of work done by True Mother in the early days. Because panel 12 will be featuring a lot of True Mother's work in the recent days. This is panel 8, beautiful picture of True Mother when she was young. True Mother. There was a picture where True Mother was carrying a African baby. I think we should find that picture also. This is panel 8. Let me show you. Then panel 10. Panel 10 is more True Parents' achievement in the victory of communism and reunification of Korean Peninsula. Whatever True Parents has done in this field, as much as possible, we're trying to feature. Yeah, and the brothers has makes like that. 1968, True Parents achievement 1968, 1980, 1987, 2013, 21, and 2022. This is True Parents achievement in on the topic of victory of communism and reunification of North and South Korea. The 11th one is interfaith. True Parents achievement in interfaith. True Parents are not quite, as we know that Revenue Taka said yesterday and the day before yesterday also, that True Mother has asked to bring 4,000 religious leaders to Korea starting from, I think, from the 5th of August. So we are asked that we have to be sure that we are ready with the name of the religious leader from our region, from our nation. Anytime True Mother will ask, okay, this is the time that our nation need to send, then we have to be ready. 4,000. I think there are starting from 5th until the end of this year, like 5 days workshop for the religious leader. I heard 2/3 of the religious leaders, they will come from Korea and Japan, and 1/3 we have to bring from other countries. So True Mother is preparing and waiting for them. It will be a 5 days package. Revenue Taka asks us that we have to take this opportunity to bring the leaders of the Mandarin from Australia to be educated by Champu Morong or epic history and many other things. And they will go and witness, they'll meet True Mother, they'll witness our foundation in Korea. As we know that there are a lot of challenges that we are facing in Japan, in Korea, but I was very surprised how True Mother determines. True Mother is not, she is not worried. She knows what her mission is, and she is not anything disturbed by all these things, all these activities, but she is more determined to offer the best thing to heaven from her side. So this the other panel is about peace building, head of state and parliamentarians. So starting from 1974. This thing started in 1974, 1918, 1994, 1995 until now. How True Parents have achieved the what True Parents have achieved until 20. I think still we need to aid from here to 2025. What True Parents have achieved, centering on the head of state, the parliamentarians, and high-level leaders in the world. This is panel 12. And then finally, I have a panel 13 with me. 14, 15, 16, they are still on the way of designing. The brothers must have already designed, the thing, but they have not uploaded in the Google Drive, so I could not show it. This is based on the economy, business, and philanthropic and service project that True Parents have. Yeah, I mean to say this picture, they have already uploaded this picture. So True Mother carrying this African baby. I think this must be some second generation. I don't know. Maybe it was a long time ago. This baby must have grown up to be in maybe 20s or 30s, I don't know. Okay, these are the things that we have prepared and we're still preparing. Our hope was by the end of July, we would finish the first draft, but we became a little bit late. Hopefully, within next week, we'll finalize the first draft and then we will send. By the second week, we'll be able to send to our All Blessed family for your feedback. Once we get the feedback, then Reverend John had already finalized where we will send for the printing. He has already finalized what kind of frame we'll make. Everything is already finalized. Then it will take 2 to 3 days to be printed, and that will come to us. After that, we'll start the exhibition in our PCMC here in Sydney. Reverend Nitaka told that every day 30,000 people pass by our PCMC. So we'll be standing outside, we'll be calling people and then bringing them in our hall, and we'll tell them about True Parents life, True Parents teaching, and True Parents legacy. I believe the goal that we promised to True Mother, to our Holy Mother Han, the goal of 700 will surely achieve with all these kind of activities. Thank you very much. Kamsahamnida.
Rev Santosh for sharing today, and it's reminding us of that message that Mother gave to the pastoral couples in Korea not so long ago, the 2nd of July, and really encouraging them to focus on what it means for Holy Mother Han. What does Holy Mother Han mean to them? What does it mean to heaven? What is this time and era that we're in? And encouraging them to really succeed in fulfilling one witnessing to one person every day. Mother was really concerned. It's a global condition for everyone, but Mother's really concerned that Korea is united in her lifetime. The National Foundation needs to be realized, because that was what Jesus came. He came on the National Foundation 4,000 years ago, and then finally marriage of the Lamb took place while we are living now, and now we're in Mother's golden years, so that it's up to us to join together with Mother. Really, that's the crucial point. I remember from the Bible that they asked Jesus, what is it to do the will of heaven? And he said it's to believe in him. And because he was sent from heaven, and if they could believe and follow, then the restoration of the nation of Israel would have taken place. And that was the main thing. They couldn't believe. And Mother is still saying, it's time to believe in our Holy Mother Han, that she really is the expression of Heavenly Mother, the substantial Holy Spirit, and representing the new era that we're in, Chong Guk, which is the kingdom of heaven. And for us, Mother uses the term unity all the time. If you unite with me, miracles will happen. But that unity means your full belief in our Mother's position, and then following. And it's by believing, then miracles can happen. So that's the time we're in, as you know, and we all have thinking of ways of how we can bring about witnessing to one person every day, and as Reverend Santos has shown you those panels, and just to mention those panels size, they're 3 meters wide by 2.2 meters high. So they'll be printed on like a media fabric, like a media board. I don't know if you've been to or you've seen those big panels at conferences and that the background or the backdrop of whatever the event is happening, and they'll be double-sided. So even though there's 16 panels or 16 images, physically it'll be 8. That'll be 3 meters by 2.2, and they'll be arranged in the Peace Embassy, and I found it interesting. He mentioned that Rev Yutaka told him that 30,000 people passed by the Peace Embassy. Yeah, I'm curious where he got that number from, but it's probably very true. We have so many people passing by, and we already have the experience at the Peace Embassy of having Scientology put up their display talking about the ills of psychiatry and how it's just manipulating governments and people more for money than for really help. And they successfully stand at the front of the Peace Embassy and guide people in to look at their display. And they do it every year or a couple of times a year at the Peace Embassy. And hundreds of people visit the display in just a few days. And so we can do the same, sharing the life, work and achievements of our true parents, and really help people receive truth, and hopefully that can then develop into people taking up and recognizing their responsibility, and hopefully bridging the gap so that they can believe that what they're reading and seeing is true, and then they can become in awe. And that's why Mother's made that special condition until the end of the year, with all those religious figures doing a 5-day seminar, and that's repeated over several months. So thousands of them will attend, and hopefully by impressing upon those religious leaders, they can then go back to impress upon their own congregation. And so your Mother is also doing the same thing that she's asking us to do, and that is to witness to many people, because we know the goal is really to at least 1/3 of humanity. And if we break it down to each nation, 1/3 of each nation, and then us doing our best to support Mother. And so that's thank you, Reverend Santosh, for sharing, and some thoughts and from me, and open it up to anyone else that likes to share. I think Reverend Santosh was asking Reverend Stone to make some comment. So go ahead.
Yes, good morning. Yeah, thank you, Reverend Santosh. Lovely presentation this morning. Yeah, the meeting with Honourable Eknard maybe a week or so ago, he went to Korea and met with True Mother, and even had personal meeting with Mother. So Mother was saying generally at that time that she's a global mother. She's a cosmic mother. She's not just the leader of the unification movement at all, but of all religions and all nations and all people and all races. So we need to really change our concept of who Mother is. And that means that as a global mother, she needs to meet really high-level people. So like the Pope, like, you know, the head of National Council of Churches, like, yeah, heads of state and government and leaders in religious field, political field, or all different areas. So we need to raise the bar. We need to be thinking of who we approach, and then how we can make a bridge to True Mother. So anyway, yeah, it was definitely true, absolutely true. The other thing was in terms of Reverend John, the number. Actually, I was looking up pedestrian traffic on Google in Sydney CBD, and because I wanted to find out how many people went past our building, and very close, maybe 25 meters from there, it said 37,000. So they did like, and there's other places you can check. So they do clicks, you know, people walk past, they click it like this, right? So they've had surveys. So 37,000 was registered at that, just very close to that. Yeah. So anyway, okay. Thank you, everyone. Thank you.
Go ahead.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you, Reverend Santos. That was very inspiring. And again, through Mother's work, it's that she's a cosmic mother, and not just so the outreach should go beyond just one-to-one, but to groups. And glad to hear about the Sri Lanka's group that you are reaching out to. If I may offer just one of the things that we did when we were pastors in Arizona in 2018, I called the governor's office, governor of Arizona at that time, to seek the audience with him or with the first lady there, his wife, and wanted to present something that UPF can offer for the state of Arizona. And through many of attempts, finally we were able to have an audience, not with the governor, he was always busy, but with the main person who's in charge of the civil society in the office. And this is a person that reaches out to religious communities as well as other NGOs in the state. And after we presented the true the family presentation, she was so inspired, this lady who's in the main person in the office that deals with outreach to civil society in the community, and she showed us the name of the religious leaders in the state that are doing a lot, and she said that you can go and gave us all the information about them in itemized from who is doing the most to the least. So I contacted these pastors, and we were able to meet, and we presented the family the School of Love. And from there, the communication began with what they're doing, what we're doing. We exchange different activities. So I'm just saying that Australia and New Zealand in our region is the country that is developed, countries that are developed. And I think for Korea to listen, they need to see the movers and the shakers of these nations in our region. You know, island nations are in Japanese, Kudasai nations, receiving a lot of grants, you know. So for them, for Koreans, it's like, yeah, okay. This person from Palau is important, but they're not self-sustaining nation. Why do we need to listen to them? So I'm just saying that that might be an avenue that Reverend Santos might want to reach out to. So when I presented it to our council in Arizona, I didn't get much popularity about going to the leadership, political leadership, because blah, 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 blah. But I just did it, you know, just because I know I can talk to whoever in the leadership. Um, so anyway, uh, I think ethnic groups are great. I mean, I had access to all the Micronesian groups in Arizona, so I contacted them and even gave a big blessing to a whole group of Marshallese there. But they're not the movers and shakers of Arizona. The white churches are. So just an idea, if any sister or in New Zealand or Australia wants to take on this outreach, this is the time to do it. We need our movers and shakers in our great nations of Australia and New Zealand to go to Korea. I don't mind doing it. I don't mind coming to Australia, New Zealand, and help to that also. But I think that's where we have to think if we want to make some
That's
dent.
a good offer. You know, we can think about it.
Yeah, I'm sure. You know, in the Prime Minister's office, there are responsible people who are doing outreach to civil society and NGOs. Doesn't hurt to meet with them. So thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Margaret. Thank you. Putting in the chat here, yeah, let's invite Margaret to New Zealand. So need to get an invitation and maybe sponsorship. It
There you
costs.
go.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, everyone. It is time now for us to offer our unison prayer, unless there's someone else still wanting to say. No? Okay, I'll just share the screen. It is. And all right. So let's offer our unison prayer. Thank you. Jew, another Jew, Jew. Thank you, everyone. Thank you again, Reverend Santos, for sharing, and I hope everyone has a great day, and see you all again tomorrow. Thank you.
Thank you very
Bye.
much.
Mhm.